Good morning, ladies. You'll have to excuse my voice. I sound a little froggy. I'm not sure what's hit me, but some sort of bug. But, the show must go on. So, today I am going to be doing this gorgeous masquerade mask that May is carrying and creating with details right now. I believe there are still some left. So if you want to get one of these, you better hurry on over to creatingwithdetailsstore.com. I will put the link in the description box below. So without further ado, let's open this baby up and get started. Everything that you need comes in this kit. And I mean everything. And sorry about the plastic, but I wanted you to see how the kit comes. So the first thing you have is this mask, which is absolutely, it's like a rubberized plastic is the best description I have for it. It's very thick, very sturdy, not one of those flimsy paper-like masks. So we have that. Then we have a stick, which is going to be used on the masquerade mask like this, rather than using these ties, which I will cut off, but I will save the ribbon for something else, maybe even on here. I might wrap it around the, who knows. But you come with the mask and the stick, and then we have, this is her card. This is what comes in all of her packages. It has all of her pertinent information on here. Her phone number, her Ustream channel, Facebook, store, and YouTube. So everything you need to know about creating with details is on this card. So you're going to get, oh my word, this is gorgeous. I haven't seen this one. This is something I haven't seen, ladies. But it's bling. Love, love, love the bling. So I press it again. Look at this. Can you see that? Oh my word. How gorgeous is this? You could wear that just like that if you had any place to go. And then we have a little container of glue to attach it with. So you don't even have to find glue because it's already in the kit. And we have these gorgeous feathers. Look at those. Love, love, love feathers. And this is just jam-packed with, oh my goodness. Well, let's just open it and find out. Again with the plastic. Sorry, ladies. But I just wanted you to see how this is packaged before I take it all out. Look at that. The attention to detail on how she wraps every single thing so carefully so as not to have anything, with wrinkles or crinkles in it. So the first thing that we have is this gorgeous applique. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? She has some of the most beautiful appliques. And then we have a couple pieces of lace fabric, which is going to be used on the mask. They're going to be layered like this. Isn't that pretty? So we have those. And then we have these beautiful chiffon flowers with the bling in the center. Look at them. They're just so beautiful and dainty and delicate. And then I have this rhinestone bling. Look at this. Can you see the sparkle on there? These are high quality, all stitched and on this glue type backing. I've never tried it, but I did read somewhere that you can actually iron these on, but I'm not going to try that because I don't want to have to disturb, all of these hand sewn. Look at that. I've got it. You've got to see the detail if I can get it. Look at all of this right here. This is hand sewn on there. All that beading is done by hand. You can see the stitching on the back. Just amazing. Then we have some of the small string pearls. These are kind of a off-white. some of these string pearls here, which I absolutely adore. Some flat back pearls. Some braided cord. It's a Chinese braided cord. We have some satin. It's a long length of satin too. And some smaller satin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's get started with the mask. The first thing I'm going to do is to remove this because I'm not going to be using that. Although I will keep it in my stash because you never know when that might come in handy. So there we go. I'm going to set that off to the side. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is layer our laces. Okay, we have this lace, and you can see you have more than enough. That's going to be the first lace that goes on. Now I'm going to apply this, the laces with this Fabri-Tac glue. It's very strong and it's quick drying, but it does give you enough time to work it around the curves and such, where a hot glue gun, I'm going to be using that too, will not give you that kind of time. So let's just start with this area. Now I'm going to glue it all the way across, including over the eyes, because I will cut that out when I'm done. So I'm just going, as you can see, I just have a little bit here, which I will fold over on the inside. So I'm going to take some Fabri-Tac. I'm going to start with the edges first, just to get it to stay down. I got to make sure I got the right sides here. There we go. Oops. Okay. You're probably going to want to have something, you know, like a baby wipe or, you know, a damp rag or something like that on hand, because the glue does get on your fingers since this is a, you know, a fine lace. So now I'm going to adhere, so put some glue here. So I want to try and get this shape adhered to the curves, like on the nose part. Oops. So I'm just smoothing it out with my fingers. I'm going to do the same thing on the sides here. And you can smooth this out. And like I said, this area right here, what I'm going to do is I'll cut slits in that and kind of wrap it around the back, just to give it that smoothness and not have any unfinished edges where it's cut. See, I got too much glue on me right now. It's wanting to stick. But look how pretty, just with that one layer on here, how pretty that is. So you can see how pretty that looks already. So what I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe I want to just, I might want to do the other side too, so that it looks finished. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave that for right now, although I am, where the eye is, I'm just going to basically cut a slit here, not all the way across, and I'm just going to, you know, like cut little lines in it for shaping so that I can turn this over and glue this on the other side like this, so that we have a finished look around the eye hole. Can you see that? So I'm just going to turn this over, and you know, once you turn it over, you may need to add a couple more slits like I do, just so that it lays, you know, smoothly when you go to add the fabric. And remember that I'm going to do the other one at the same time. When you're doing this, you're going to be adding more lace on top of this, and you've got all this beautiful trims, and so just nipping this so that it lays smoothly. I don't want any wrinkles on the other side. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some glue here and just pull and kind of pull and stretch just a little bit, not too much, just to adhere that opening where I've cut the slits so that it's all smooth around the eye. Let's see, I need to cut just a bit more right there because I had a pucker. I don't like puckers. I need some glue there. Missed a spot. And I pulled it back off again. While I'm back here, after I get the eyes done, I'm going to deal with this right here too. This is the behind the scenes stuff that you don't see, but you still need to take care of in order to have a, you know, a nice finished product. That's not laying, there we go. So this time I'm just going to do half the eye. You see, I'm just kind of pulling with my thumb and just kind of stretching it and smoothing it out in the glue. That way it gives it a nice smooth look on the other side. I'm not using a whole lot of glue because you don't need, being that this is lace, you don't need a whole bunch of glue. So just pulling with my fingers and smoothing it out on the glue. Just like that. So you can see on the other side how it lays nice and smoothly. So now up here, because this is a straight piece and obviously the mask is not, on these areas where it's curved, I am going to do the same thing that I did around the eye hole, and I'm just going to add some glue to adhere that down. And I may be doing, I'm sure I will be doing the other side of this. But for right now, before I attach the other piece of lace, I want to get this smooth. So as you can see, again, I'm just pulling and smoothing as I go. And the same thing over here where you have the curve. I'm I'm going to cut that off a little bit. Where you have the curve, you just want to take little nips so that you can ease that fullness in. And just a little bit of glue. Oops. Just pull. Oops, I almost hit the eye hole there. And remember too, I mean, we're just doing this part so that the next part, we don't want to do this with 2 layers of lace because that would be extremely cumbersome. But we are going to be adding more lace and doing the same thing. So if there's little areas like this one that wants to keep popping up, once we put that other glue on there, or the other lace on there and glue it down, it'll all stay secure. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is, even though I am going to cover this, I'm going to cut this lace around the shape of the mask, just to ease in that fullness, and I'll still have plenty left over to cover the back. So I'm just going maybe a 1/2 inch from the edge of the mask all the way around, just so that I can get rid of some of this bulk and smooth this out before I start the next layer of lace. And I'm going to, so you still have plenty to do the other side. Excuse me. Hi ladies, back again now that the pooch is quiet temporarily. Sorry. We live in a neighborhood with lots of dogs and she gets highly agitated. So, hopefully starting and stopping these videos will not end up in a problem like I had with the shoe video. I could not get the video manager to join the movies where I stopped and started. So, keeping the fingers crossed that it will work. So, I have covered the entire mask with this lace right here, and I still have enough left over to do the back. Now the next step is to put on this gorgeous piece of lace overlay, and this is some of the same, it looks like the same lace that I used, or very similar, yeah, it is the same, that we used in the shoe kit. Now I avocado dyed this, and I will put a link in the description box below. May did a tutorial on how to use avocado to dye your laces, and this came out such a delicate pink, but this is the same lace. So, trying to find the right side, which is very difficult on these pieces. Okay, I'm just going to try and find the placement that I like the best on here. And I think for this one, I am going to use the hot glue gun because I already have a base on here with this lace here. So I think that the hot glue will work on this. So I'm just kind of placing this overlay. Move that over a bit. On here to kind of get some of the, I really want that there. See how it has kind of the flower appearance or flower petal? That'll work. Okay, so I'm going to hold this and just add just a small amount of glue using the hot glue gun right here. just like that. And then I'm going to just gradually move up the nose part. I'm doing it again with that out of frame thing. I don't know what my problem is. I'm sorry for my voice, ladies. I know it keeps fading in and out, and I'm hoping it doesn't go bye-bye entirely, because I wouldn't like that. I have too much to say to lose my voice. Although there would be those in my family that would say, yes, she can't talk. But as my oldest daughter says, I can still whisper scream. That's what she says about her son. Cracked me up one day. He was just, you know, she kept saying, Matt, quiet down, quiet down. And he still, you know, decided that he couldn't be entirely quiet. So he started whisper screaming, as she called it. Oh, it was hysterical. So now I have a new phrase that I use. So see how it's, oh, that is just gorgeous. Even without doing another thing, that is beautiful. So I'm just going to apply the glue. And again, this is lace, so you want to be careful when you're putting this down that you don't burn your fingers. And the glue gun that I'm using is the Sheer Bonder Detail Tip glue gun, which is also available at Creating with Details, and this is one of the best glue guns I have ever used because of that small detail tip. It gets into really small areas where those big, you know, clunky glue guns won't let you go. So if you're looking for a new glue gun, this is the one you should try, because I love this thing. Now this is my take on this mask. May did one from Creating with Details, and Michelle Pipeling from Just Add Glue is also doing one. And the reason that we're doing that is so that y'all have different ideas on, you know, what you can do with the kit. None of these are going to be identical. I try not to even watch the other ladies' videos before I make mine, just because, you know, I want it to be unique. And even though we try not to copy other people, you know, once an idea is in your head, it's in there. And it's not intentional, but it's just there might be something that someone does, which in your case would be awesome. But for the purposes of this video and for giving you guys different, you know, techniques, I didn't want to watch the other videos yet. I know May has one, which she's done it. I'm not sure if Michelle has done hers yet, but if she has, I will provide the link to both in the description box below so that you can watch them and get an idea for yourself. You know, might be a combination of something or pieces of each one that you might like. And that's why we're doing this, just to give you some ideas, some different ways of doing things. So I'm just going to trim these edges so that they're a little more even, and I'm going to do what I did with the other side and glue this down. You can hear when you cut this how well this is made. I mean, this is good quality lace overlay, ladies. Really good quality. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Just take little snips here and there just to smooth this down a little bit. Make it lay smoothly, I should say. Just basically around the curves. And I'm going to cut the eye holes out as well. Doing the same thing that I did with the other lace. And I just kind of go down the center of the eye hole, the opening. So set it away. And then we're going to do the same thing. Just push it through and glue it down. So let's start with the eyes first. I'm just using a real small amount of glue. And you could, if you don't have one of those handy dandy glue tools, use like a pencil eraser or something of that nature to do this with. Let's take another little cut right here, because these eyes are kind of almond shaped, so I want to make sure that they're going to stick down. And using the stick to basically hold the mask rather than having the ties around your face, because you know there's several layers on here, and that might be a little uncomfortable on the skin if you were to wear this. I can't envision myself wearing this, but you just never know when opportunity might knock and you would need a masquerade ball. Stranger things have happened. So see, once we get that, I don't know, there you go. And there's a little piece right there that is not cooperating with me. So we need to address that. Hot. Okay, let's see, did that get it? Yep, that got it. I need another glue stick here. I'm going to look like I walked through a house of cobwebs. Okay. Back to the eye here. I'm just using a little bit of glue. I'm not using a lot. I just want to be able to, you know, just stretch and tack it, just like I did before. There we go. Okay. Now for this, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And just kind of smooth this over. As you can see, it's kind of making like pleats, and you'll probably have some of this that you'll have to trim off as you go along, which I'm going to do right here. I need to find some of those glue rolls that I've seen other people use. They look awesome, and you don't have to worry about running out of, you know, replacing the hot glue sticks every 5 minutes when you're doing a lot of gluing, such as on this mask. They come in a big circle. They look awesome. I think I heard someone say that they were available on, I think, Amazon. So I'm going to have to check into that, because I think that would be awesome. I'm not sure how long they last, but it definitely would get you through a project for sure, even if you were doing a lot of gluing. See, I'm smoothing that down gradually. And all this is necessary to give you that you know, that finished look that you want before you start attaching all your other goodies. Mercy. Now these kits, this particular kit, like I said, I believe there's still some available at creatingwithdetailstore.com, but I know they're limited quantities. So if you like what you see, you might want to, you know, if you don't have one, you might want to pause the video and run over there and get one before they're gone, because they will go fast. And these are, like I said, limited. The items that are in these kits are not available in the store, because these are just exclusive kits. Because May gets these products that she puts in here in, you know, limited quantities. So it's not something that she can, you know, put into the store because she may not be able to get them again. So all the more reason to run over and get you one of these kits. So there we have the mask covered so far. Now, before I go any further with this, I think what well, first I'm going to clean up all these yuckies from the glue. Okay. What I'm going to do is attempt to put this on the back just to finish it off a little bit. Let me cut these pieces off here. Now, what I'm going to do is just glue it right up to on the sides here. I'm not going to worry about, you know, trying to trim it up, you know, turn it under or anything like that, because excuse me, I am going to be using this braided cord to go all around the side of the mask, so it'll hide any unevenness that, you know, you'll see from adhering it this way. So let me find there we go, the right side, and I'm just going to again glue this and just cut around it. I just want that finished look on the other side. I just don't like the way it looks on the inside. I'm using the Fabri-Tac because there's already a lot of bulk here with the 2 layers of lace, and using the hot glue gun would just add more to it. So I'm just loosely putting this on here and gluing it down, trying to keep it as smooth as possible while doing this. I like it to look pretty on both sides. I'm sure you ladies do too. It's just a personal preference. This is not something that you have to do. Nobody's going to see the back of it, but if it were to be, you know, worn, you'd want it finished. Or I would anyway. Oh, sticky, 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 sticky. So you can see I'm just going around the edges and kind of loosely gluing it in here. And I am going to be using probably the flat back or something around the eyes too. So if there's any, you know, raw edges there, that will be concealed as well. Okay, so I am going to just cut this very close on the back. And I try really hard. It's just a personal goal. When I'm using May's kits, to utilize all of the product that she's put in there for that particular kit. I don't know why. It's just a personal goal to me. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary. If you have extras, you can use them on another project. But it's just a kind of a game I play with myself to see how much, if I can actually use it all. Now, sometimes you can't, because she does put way more than enough product in here for you to, you know, make these projects. And sometimes you almost have enough to make two. The shoe kit was a perfect example. I did a video on the Victorian shabby chic shoe. Excuse me. Hi ladies, back again. I think this is like the third or fourth restart. I've lost track. So hopefully all this is going to go together and come out in the wash when I get it into the video editor. But in the meantime, what I've done is finished off the back. I've added the beaded cord around the edges to conceal all of the edging. So now what I'm going to do is I have this gorgeous piece of applique that I want to try and apply. So what I'm going to do, if you can see right here, I'm going to cut this because I want to be able to use the different parts of this. So what I'm doing is just going right around this centerpiece right here, just like this. And this netting holds this together, so even when you cut it apart, it's not going to fall apart. See? It's not coming apart. So I'm going to go around all of these edges like this, so that I have this piece. See? Now, what I want to do with this piece is to put it right here. What is that? I want to put it right here in the center of the mask, like that. So I'm going to get out my trusty Fabri-Tac. And apply that right here. I want the this piece to go in the center of the nose, and this to go right around the eye, like that. And if I have to, I'll go back with some hot glue just to tack that down a little bit more. Now I've still got these other two pieces here that I could put around here like this. That would be kind of pretty. Or let's try it this way. See, we have it that way. Or we could go with it on the bottom, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'll just cut like right around here. So yeah, that's the plan. And then I'll just have this extra little flower that maybe we'll put on in another area. And I'm going to do the same thing to this other side. Okay, and I'm not going to throw these away because those may come in handy someplace else. Now, how did I have this? I think I had it like, wait, I had it like that. Yeah. So, just like that. See? Now, I think for this one, if my glue gun is hot enough, let's just see. I want to get this situated so that when I start to glue, and I don't mind that that flower comes over the edge. I think that actually looks kind of cool because we've got more danglies to put on here too. So I'm just going to go around the edges like this and just tack this down just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Just want to make sure I have these lining up the way that they should be. So that this right and the left side look the same. One thing I don't want lopsided is my face, or a facsimile of my face. Oh, I hope this video editor works and this all comes together. I don't know why I'm having so much problem. I've never had a problem with that before, but these last couple of days, I don't know what's going on. So, there we have that. Now, I still have these two little pieces that I cut off that I think will look pretty right here. Yep. Or maybe over here in the corner. Not sure. We'll hold on to those for right now because I do still have all of this other goodness to work with. So the next step I want to do, I think, is to add these flatback pearls right around the eye opening, just to kind of finish this off a little bit. So I'm just going to add some hot glue and put these on after I get some more glue. Okay. So we're just going to go right around the eye and right over top of that applique. Let's see, I'm going to cut that off right there. So there you can see we have the flatbacks around the eye. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then I think after I get this done, I'm going to just work on the little handle and figure out what I'm going to do with that, and then finish up adding the rest of the gorgeous blings and flowers and so on that are still available to use in the kit. These kits have so much to work with, it almost makes you dizzy. And I keep looking at this, and I look back over at the pile, and I think, wow, I still got a lot left to go. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so there we have the eye openings with the flat back pearls. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment. And I'm going to put these over here. And I'm going to get out this, it's going to look like kind of a wand kind of thing, like a stick to hold it. But before I attach this or figure out how I'm going to attach it or where I'm going to attach it, I want to cover this, this stick with this satin right here. That's going to be the beginning of it anyway. So what I'm going to do is just take some hot glue and put a little dab right here on the top because I want to make sure that the end of this is covered as well as the sides. And then I'm just going to kind of, I don't know if you can see this or not, I've added some glue. But what I'm going to do, I want to kind of fold this in half. Like that. And then I'm just going to kind of twist this satin around here and just every so often put a dab of glue just to hold it because I want to cover up those raw edges. And I want to kind of, you know, I don't want this just flat, so I'm kind of twisting and turning at the same time. You could, of course, just, you know, just wrap it around there. Oops. Fumble fingers here. And every so often, I'm just putting just a small dab of glue and continuing to twist and fold this. And I'm putting the glue not on the stick, but on the previous row of the satin, just to hold it. I'm trying to keep this so that the shiny side is out. Although with this particular one, looks like both sides are shiny. As you can see, I'm just kind of, I'm not getting this perfectly folded in half because I kind of want it random. Don't ask me why, because I don't know why. It's just what came into my head when I started playing with it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to go, I'm going to add some more to this too, just so it doesn't look, oops, I almost glued myself to that. Whoops. Turning into spaz over here. almost done with this part of the stick. I wanted to do this because I wanted to have an idea of where this is going to be put so that I have an idea for the other embellishments, the flowers and that type of thing, as to where they're going to go. So just clean down this end. And I'm going to glue this right here. And I'm not going to cut this off because I don't want this to come apart or come loose when I take this off. So I'm just kind of rolling it back up to the top. I'm going to add some more glue right there. And I'm just going to take this last part and kind of fold it so there's no raw edges showing, or very few. Sorry, I know I was out of frame, but I wanted to get that secured. So there we have the first layer of the satin on our little handle. Now, I still have these flowers here. I have all of this gorgeousness. I still have these, and I have this yumminess, which I'm going to be putting on here, as well as these small beaded pearls. And I think what I might do is I might just kind of loosely glue some of these around here, maybe. We'll see. Okay, so now that I have that done, I know that since I'm right-handed, oh, look at all those glue strings. Since I'm right-handed, I know I'm going to want to put that right there. So in order to do this, I could put this on the front, which would, you know, look kind of funky. However, I have all of these embellishments to hide that, and then I still have feathers. I have some more of this to create some, you know, some dangles, which is what I think I'm going to do. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and attach this handle, and that's what I'm going to call it, right here on the side of the mask. Make sure it's kind of straight. I'm just going to hold that for a couple of minutes. Can you see how I did that? I just attached it right onto the front of the mask, because you're not going to see all this once I get the rest of these embellishments on here. It's going to be hidden. So nobody's going to know that's what you did. Okay. Just going to set these up here. This I know, and this I know I'm going to have on here. And probably these as well. But right now, I'm going to play with this loveliness right here. So I'm going to take these, ouch, these earrings. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Put the backs back on them. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to start with is just, I think I'm going to take this, I could just cut this chain off, but I'm going to use my flat nose just to remove it, because you never know when a nice piece of chain might come in handy. So I'm just gonna, I just took that one link off, squeeze it back together again, maybe. Okay, no, I'll put that back on later. So I'm going to take the other end of this chain off as well. And I'll just set that off to the side. Oh my word, they have glue strings. Oh, they're stuck to me even. So now that we have that apart, we have all these little individual pieces. And I was looking at this earlier, and these end pieces, if you hold them just the right way, they almost look like a little cross. You see that? But I don't want these on here. So I am going to take my cutters. I'm going to cut that right off, because I want to use these, I'm not sure where, but I think I want to use this piece right here, maybe, just maybe, right in the center. I don't know what that would look like. I would have to glue that down, of course, but that might be kind of, oh, you can't even see that. That might be kind of cool. Maybe, baby. And that would utilize a good deal of this necklace without wasting a lot. You know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to go for it, ladies. That's the plan. So I'm just going to add some glue right here where I know that centerpiece is going to go. I hope you can see this. It's kind of awkward now. I should have waited to put that handle on there, I guess, but oops. I'm just going to hold that for a few seconds. See? Can you see that? That's pretty. I like it. So now I'm going to take the rest of this, and I'm going to cut this off right where it meets that handle. And just add some glue. See? That is pretty. I like that. It's very elegant. Now I'm going to bring this one over, and I'm going to cut it off right here, because I know I'm going to be putting something over here too, and there's no point in covering up bling when you can use it someplace else. So now probably the best thing to use on this would be E6000, but for the purposes of the video, as you ladies know, E6000 takes a long time to dry, and we don't have that much time on the video, so I'm going to try to, yeah, there you go. You can see that better. Oh, that is purty. Purty, purty, purty. And I still have these two pieces left, plus the earrings from that necklace kit. Now, I'm going to set those aside because we may or may not use them again. We'll see. So there we have that so far. That is gorgeous. I love it. Now, we still have these pieces as well. And I think I want to see, how do I want to do this? Don't necessarily like that on both sides. Let's see what this looks like. No, because that's covering up bling. No. Okay, well, let me work on the handle here before I add something here. I want to put the dangles on here, so I'm going to untie this seam binding. I love seam binding. I love seam binding. I love sari ribbon. Just love it. Easier said than done, I'm thinking. I have so much glue built up on my fingers that it's kind of difficult to untie it. Well, I'm just going to cut it. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do with this seam binding, because you can see there's lots of it, I'm going to crinkle it all up and kind of get it shabbied, because I like the shabbiness of it. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what would that look like if we did them both kind of together on one side and then the flowers on the other? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, I still have my feathers too. Forgot about that. Okay, so there we have the seam binding all crinkled up, and what I'm going to do is I just want this to kind of fall along the sides of it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of tie a little knot here in the, whoops, yeah, tie a little knot here in the top of this. Like that. And I'm going to glue that right here. Because like I said, I'm going to be adding to this on the side so that you won't be able to see that. And then I've got to cut this where I doubled it over. And I'm just kind of angling the ribbons. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not, but I don't think that I'm going to trim this. You could trim it to whatever length you wanted to. And now I'm going to take these beads and I am going to trim this actually. Let's see, how long do I want this? I want them actually different lengths. Don't want them the same. Let's see. Right about there. And I'm just going to take this center, I'm going to glue that right in here. Can you see what we've got going on here? Now we've got all these little dangles. Put it that way so you can maybe this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I also have some of this, which I know I want some of that on here too. But I think, excuse me, I think I only want maybe 2. Yeah, we'll do it like that. And I'm just adding this right to the glue, just like I did on the other side, or the other pearls. And I'm just going to cut this off right about there at the top of that other large pearl. Like that. I still have all of these left that we may be still using. I just got to clean up some of these glue strings. Good gracious. Okay. Now, I think I want to try, yeah, that's pretty. I'm going to put that one right there. But I think what I want to do is perhaps, because see, you can fold that so that it kind of goes around here. I think what I want to do perhaps is try maybe putting the feathers here. Maybe. Maybe, baby. But I am just winging this, which is half the fun. I didn't have any real plan in mind when I started this. Just knew that I had a whole package full of yumminess. And so, let's see. Oh yeah, I like that. Can you see that? I'm going to add a couple more of these. Now I have the pink one in here, but I don't think, at least not right now, that I'm going to use that one at this point anyhow. Do you see that? I'm going to try, let's see, let me take a look at it. Maybe I want those going the other way. Yeah, that's how, see, I want them going out. Maybe I'll just put, no, I like it like that, although, what have I got, 3? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to glue these feathers. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to attach this gorgeous rhinestone flower right over top of all of that. I'll have to turn this so I can see because I want this positioned with all of my little dangles coming out from behind it. As well as the, Get away from me. As well as the feathers. You see? That looks very elegant. So I think maybe I will do the exact same thing. No, I kind of want this asymmetrical. What I could do, no, let's just see what it is. Don't say no until you try it. I was thinking maybe if I kind of doubled this over and did something like this and this. No, I don't like that. Excuse me, I got itchies. So let's see. I think I might put one of these flowers up here. Yep. Let me put it on the back here. It's the chiffon with a little bling in it. And maybe another one right there like that. I don't want to hide that gorgeousness. How does that look? Let me turn around so I can see. I don't know. Oh dear. I have to glue this down a little bit because it's hiding that gorgeous rhinestone flower, and I can't have that. So let's see if we did one down here. I don't know. What do you think of that, maybe? I think I like it, so we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. I'm going to put it right here on the edge. Oops. Just kind of tuck it up underneath. Like that. Now I was thinking, when I saw this, I was just thinking about maybe adding just a little extra. No, that would make it look cheesy, I think. Let's see. I'm just trying to take these other little pieces that I had left over from the necklace and maybe have them. See about the earrings. We have the earrings too. Let's see. If we had the earring go underneath here, like so, and hang down, or maybe even right here and hang down. Well, I need something in the center because that's only two. Let's see here. Yeah, that was the other little pieces of flowers, or part of the applique that I cut off, that I just want to put right here. And I have another one too. More glue sticks. Oops. All right, what are you doing here? Here we go. Kind of like that. See? But I still think we need some more bling in there. So I'm going to try and work this piece of bling that I took off the rest of the necklace up underneath here. Maybe I need to cut off a little bit more. Let's see what that looks like. I said this kind of reminded me of a cross, but it doesn't really now that I see it. Can you see that? Where I've kind of laid it there. I'm just going to take a look at it here. I think I like that, so we're going to go with that. We're just going to add that right on there. I'm anxious to see what Michelle and May have done with theirs, because like I said, I have not seen them yet. I purposefully did not watch them just so that I wouldn't be influenced by what they did. But I think I want some more feathers in here. I think. I may have to cut these down just a wee bit. Yep, that's what I want to do. I'm just gluing them right in to that, behind the flower and behind that rhinestone piece. Just make sure that's stuck. And I think I want another one coming out. Whoops. Easier said than done. Kind of at a cross angle. Maybe not. Maybe behind it. Yeah, that'll work. But I do need to cut that down just a wee bit. And I'm just going to go behind here. So I kind of wanted some to hang down on the side too. Woo! Glue strings and strings, glue strings and feathers. I'm going to be sneezing like crazy. Okay, can you see there? That's what I've done on this side so far. I have to get rid of some of this collective. Oops. Okay. Now, I think I want a little bit more bling on this side. So, I'm going to do that like that. So the nice thing is this little rhinestone, see how it fits almost perfectly? Like it doesn't go over the eye and it stays within the outside of the mask, which to me is just, that is just cool. I am really liking this, ladies. Really, really am. Just not sure I like this flower right here. So I think I'm going to take it off. Yeah, that looks better without it. See, I didn't like that flower on there after I put it on there. Okay, I hit the video recorder with my little wand here. So there's another do-over, start over. But I think, no, I don't want to use the pink in here. For some reason, I'm just not feeling the pink. I'm just going to take a look at it here. Let's see what else we can put here. I don't want to hit my screen again. Now I'm not using that. These I don't need, so I'll save for another project. But I'm wondering if I put this, yeah, I'm going to take this back off and I'm going to cut off the little pokey thing that goes in your ear. And I'm going to adhere that right here. Just to give it a little more dangle. And I think the other thing I'm going to do is just kind of loop a few of these. Like maybe 3 of them. Maybe. Just kind of loop them right here. Can you see that? Maybe coming out from underneath. Yeah. Oops. There it goes again. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to bunch all that up together, is I'm just going to cut off like 3 sections of this. Cut the big pearl off. Just kind of making, you know, a little petal shape. And I'm going to dab some glue right here underneath the rhinestone. I'm just going to start gluing these like they're little petals coming out kind of sideways. I didn't know why, but I just thought it would be a good idea. That's all. It's really kind of hard to see with everything that's on here, but I think it will just give it that little extra touch. I think instead of putting that where I had it, yeah, that's a better placement. I'm going to add that earring right here. So that it kind of looks like it's a part of this rhinestone and is coming down the, yeah, I like that much better. Now, when you lay this down, of course, so you can see it, this is going to lay off to the side. But when it's being held up, it hangs just right. So I'm just kind of taking a look here at what else I may want to do, if anything. Let's see. No, definitely not. But you know what, ladies? I think that I am happy with this the way it is. So let me get all of these extras out of the way. So hopefully I can lay this out and you can get a better idea of what it looks like. Oh, glue strings. Oh, my word, my word, my word. Whew, that's heavy. So this is what the mask looks like. Okay, I've got to get acclimated here on both sides. Get closer so you can see. See if I can catch this so that it hangs. Like that. And like I said, I might trim these off just a tiny bit, but that's it, ladies. There you have it. That is my take on the Masquerade Venetian mask. I'm not sure what the name of this one is, but it's a mask kit, and this has been fun, even though I've had several interruptions, and I hope that you like it, ladies. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe, and until the next video, be kind to one another. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and God bless you. God loves you, and I do too. Until next time, bye-bye.